What's popping, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Unaf Sekia, and today I will take you through my journey of Expo 2020. So, I recently decided to go to the beautiful place of Expo, and it was amazing seeing all the different country pavilions and exploring different countries. So, on to the map, and as you can see, there are five different categories, and the names of all the categories are the Opportunity Pavilion, Sustainability Pavilion, Mobility Pavilion, as well as Al Forsan and Jubilee. So, as you can see here, the orange one is Opportunity, the green one is Sustainability, and the blue one is Mobility, and the dark purple one is for Al Forsan, and the pink one is Jubilee. Each of the categories have their own entrance. So when I went, I entered to the opportunity bit. I did spend most of my time in the sustainability and opportunity pavilion. However, I did go to the rest of the categories. So Expo 2020 gives you a passport so that you can get stamps on them just to show that you have been to these pavilions. So as you can see, the passport has nicely labeled my first name, surname, nationality, date of issue, validity date, as well as the signature, and it is just a very nice and clean design. So all the other pages in the passport are just from stamps from different pavilions.
One leader that worked to help people in the area improve their lives.
So Bahrain was a really interesting one. For those of you who don't know, Bahrain is a country in the Middle East right next to the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. And as you can see in the pictures, there are a lot of these rods that create a really nice effect and just looks really good in general. And I also saw two incredibly awesome cars. They are supercars and they look amazing, and I saw different types of architecture as well as cloth and art, which was just amazing to see. Pakistan was one of my favorite pavilions because it was just so interesting and it had a lot of features of Pakistan, and it had mountains, it had architecture, art, philosophy, and just a lot more about the country than a lot of other pavilions. And it was just amazing to see all these different features of Pakistan. Like I saw a real pink salt, which is a cool type of rock, which is technically made of salt, and Pakistan actually has an entire mountain of it. Now, Monaco is another one of those small countries which is just right next to France and Italy, and is a beautiful country. And I realized the pavilion is just as awesome. Now, Monaco had this kind of hexagon shaped hallway with mirrors on its side, and that created a really nice effect. There are also many other great inventions there around the room. There was even a small structure of the city of Monaco which just looked amazing. Right, Ukraine, we didn't really explore the pavilion too much. However, we did see the outside, which is just like a modern house. It was so amazing and it had nice structures outside. And when we ate inside, we saw nice lights. We also saw some crops grown in Ukraine, and those crops literally represent the flag itself. So that was quite cool, and we also saw a massive Christmas tree and nice lights in a dome kind of formation, and it was just so interesting to see the different things there. Now, the United Kingdom just looked so awesome from the outside. It was kind of an oval, but it was 3D and it had some text on it, which just had a nice effect on the whole entire thing. And when I went out inside, it was kind of an illusion, which is really cool. And there was like staircases down, which led to an exit. There were also like iPads in which you could type a word, and that word will change into an inspirable quote. And inside, there was a huge wall of words, and the words that you type into the iPads will come on that wall of words, which is just an awesome idea. Now, Spain is a very famous and influential country. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about this country, and the pavilion did not disappoint at all. There was like a huge room with chess, there was a giant chess as well as mini chess, which is just really cool. And there was like a room with spiral staircase and a cool light show that went in a spiral and changed in different colors. There were also a movie about the moon, and it was just a very interesting movie. It had like the weather changing, so that was just really nice to watch. There was also a room in which there was a green light, and the thing that stood out most to me in the room was a giant tree with moving leaves, and it had like nerves, and we can see all the chlorophyll in the leaves, and in the plant we could see like different liquids, which is just very nice to see. So Greece was a very historic one. It showed how like Greece was in the olden times. It was really fancy, and there were like lights going in all directions, and it was just a very interesting experience because we get to understand what Greece was a long time ago, and that just brings us back just to know how different life was in ancient Greece. So it was just a very awesome experience, and it was one of my favorite pavilions. So here we come to my home country's pavilion, the beautiful India, and it did not disappoint whatsoever. From the starting gate itself, it had different languages of India, and it said welcome all over the gate in those different languages, and it just made it so much better and more interesting. The pavilion consisted of four floors, and the first floor had India's heritage, culture, and religion. The second floor was about India's mission to space. Now, India has sent many spaceships to space, to the and to the moon, and there was also the yoga and martial arts floor, and you could see like different videos of yoga gurus and professional martial artists doing martial arts to improve the mental health and improve the physical body as well. And the last floor was about India's development over the last few years, and it just showed how India has developed in the field of education, sport, philosophy, art, architecture, you name it. So Israel had a beautiful box, and it had like stairs which were steep on one end and gentle on the other end, and it had like a big TV and showed the features of Israel on it. and it was just an amazing experience just running down and up the stairs. And one of the people of the pavilion actually gave a band which looks really good, and I also got an orange one which actually matches my shirt that I was wearing that day, which is just quite cool. So, guys, this is just the first part of the Expo 2020 journey. I will try to visit more country pavilions, so be sure to watch those episodes, and I will see you in the next video.